Hi, I'm Leonard Goldberg with Gold Aviation Services. We're based here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida at Fort Lauderdale International Airport. This is the Phenom 300.
The Phenom 300 was first introduced in 2009 by Brazilian aerospace company Embraer. So far, they've built 500 of the aircraft. The aircraft is known for its economy and its efficiency and can fly 2,000 miles with 6 passengers. The aircraft is set up for 9 passengers and 2 crew, although with special certification and training it can be operated by a single pilot, due in part thanks to its Garmin 3000 advanced avionics system. In this video we interview the owner, the pilot, and then take it up in the air. Thank you to Gold Aviation Services out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida for letting us tag along on this flight. So now let's talk to Leonard Goldberg, the owner of Gold Aviation.
So I originally started my love of aviation when I was a little kid. My father would travel internationally a lot, and he'd go in and out of JFK Airport in New York. So I'd go to the airport and I would just love the environment, love the airplanes. And actually in high school, they had a vocational program for aircraft maintenance. So I'd spend half a day in a hangar working on airplanes as part of my education. So that was my initial introduction to aviation, and that's where I fell in love with it. So from there, I went to Embry-Riddle down in Daytona Beach to get my aviation business administration degree. After I graduated from there, I went and got my flight ratings at a flight school and became a flight instructor. I worked for a charter company up in Palm Beach, Florida, and really fell in love with that part of our industry. And actually Signature bought the FBI was working at, and they shut the charter department down, so I started an aircraft charter brokerage. I did a very diverse fleet of airplanes, everything from Navajos to the Bahamas to Gulfstreams to Europe and everything in between. And I really got started in Palm Beach, so I had a lot of clientele from there. And then when I started my company, that grew very rapidly, the brokerage. That let me buy Dolphin Atlantic, and they were operating one Navajo Chieftain on their certificate. They started running to the Bahamas, added more airplanes. So for the first 10 years, Navajos, King Airs, Caravans, then we started putting on some jets. We put on our first Leo 35, we had a Citation, Citation Sovereign, quite a few different airplanes. In the early 2000s, when the Eclipse jet came out, basically if you looked at the math, looked at the performance, and that would take us to the next generation of flight, which at the time I was operating airplanes, they were about 20 years old. So another 10 years, 20 years, my planes would be 40, 50 years old. So I decided to look at the next generation of flight, and we started with the Eclipse jet. From there, I found Embraer, and I joined their advisory board from 2004 to 2008. Really got to know the company, got to see what they were doing from clean sheet design to next generation corporate airplanes. We were one of Embraer's first fleet purchases of the Phenom 100, 300, and actually that's basically saved us during the economic downfall. We came out of that with brand new airplanes, kind of a diverse fleet of airplanes. And from there, we've really focused on the next generation of flight. And thus today we have a fleet of Embraer Phenom 300s. So we have a very diverse customer base. We fly people to the Caribbean, we fly people to New York, so it's business, personal. You know, we can basically launch with 2 hours notice, so a lot of on-demand charters. And then for our clients, we manage their airplanes, turnkey approach, so they get just to enjoy their airplane. The Phenom 300 has basically the best performance, best economies in class, and it's got the best comfort. So combining that all together, it just makes the perfect light jet for our clients. So the Phenom 300, you can modify it a little bit, but basically you can do 8 passengers. You can go about 2,000 nautical miles. It's a great 1,200 nautical mile range airplane if you're full, but the plane can do about 2,000 nautical miles. So we cruise at 435 knots, which is about 0.76 to 0.78 Mach. We normally cruise at about 43,000 feet. It's got a 45,000 max ceiling, so we're generally between 41 and 45. They should really be flying on a Phenom jet. It's much quieter. This plane, when you look at the performance compared to its competition and the economics, it runs us between $300 and $500 less an hour than most of its competition. And it's also next generation airplane, clean sheet design. So it's really a little bit more comfortable than most of the airplane in its class. In class, this really does have a great baggage capability. We could do in the aft outside baggage about 475 pounds. You have some space inside as well. So for in class, when you compare it to a Learjet or a Citation, it really does have maximum capacity. If you're in our management charter program, which some managed clients just want the airplane for themselves, and it's just the turnkey management, so we don't have the charter revenue for them. But some want the charter revenue. They don't fly that much during the year. So it really defrays their cost of ownership. The charter revenue, basically it's not a profit center for them, but it defrays their cost of ownership. Especially when you're dealing with next-gen airplanes. They have better fuel efficiency. They have usually airframe programs and engine programs for the maintenance. So you can really come up with a nice budget where you're actually returning the owner on the charter. We usually do an 85-15 split percentage-wise. And the 85% really gives them a nice return to defray their cost of ownership. Doesn't pay for it, but it defrays their costs quite a bit. Embraer has come up with a next-gen approach. It's got the Garmin 3000 on this airplane. It's got the Garmin 1000 on the original airplanes that they built. Big difference is the touchscreen and more functionality on the 3000. It's got the modern winglets to make the airplane fly more efficiently. And you've got the engine pods. You can see the way they're designed. That makes the fuselage more efficient. Very comfortable for the size airplane it is. More oval in shape. They've thought a lot about the ergonomics. So in its class, it's a very comfortable airplane. Being part of the community and being who we are culturally as a company, my mother was a volunteer at Gilda's Club of South Florida for over a decade. And she came to me and said we should do something for them as far as a charity. And I thought it was a great opportunity to basically throw a hangar party benefiting Gilda's Club. We've done that for many, many years. We did get out of the hangar for the past few years, unfortunately, because my mother went from being a volunteer to a member of Gilda's Club. And she, like many people, she passed. And we try to carry on the tradition. We came back in the hangar this year, and it's just a fun event. They're a great organization. They actually asked me to be chairman of the board after my mother passed because of everything we've done for them and just our passion for the organization. Gilda's Club was started by Gene Wilder, Gilda Radner's husband, and it's basically a cancer support environment. So anyone inflicted with cancer, could be children, could be adults, could be teenagers, and their immediate families are just taking care of Gilda's Club as far as supporting them through the whole ordeal. If you go to the website, gildasclub.org, you can donate, you can look at their events, you can go to their events. They have a lot of fun events. The next one's the SNL event. Hopefully I can give you a little tour of the facility and get to meet the people over there. It's just really a wonderful organization. They do wonderful things. They're true to their mission, and I'm honored to be a part of the organization. Gold Aviation has pivoted a few times, and really we're looking to the next generation of flight to take us to the future. So we have the Phenom 300s now. We're looking at super mid-size class and also getting back in the turboprop business so we can better accommodate our clients in the Bahamas or close by where the jet doesn't make it as much sense. Gold Aviation is a full-service charter management company, and we also do maintenance to service our clients, so we're very focused, and we also do aircraft sales and acquisition for our clients. So we're not everything to everybody, but we're really focused on our clients and servicing them well. People can get in touch with Gold Aviation very simply. Go to the website, goldaviation.com, or charter@goldaviation.com. It's just again, it's a passion, it's a fun business most of the time. And, Gold Aviation, I think we do it right and have a nice culture to support people in their endeavor.
Okay, all right, great, thanks, sir.
All right,
cool.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Today we have with us Cal. How are you?
Yes, hi. Nice to meet you, Bobby.
And you're going to be flying us today?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
And so how are you affiliated with the company and everything, and what are you doing?
Well, my name is Cal. I'm from Germany originally, born and raised, as you hear from my accent. Came here back 30 years ago, and I found my passion in aviation a long time ago. Went on a flight as I was passing an airport and learn how to fly a sign. Went in there and they took me up for a nice flight and I got addicted to it. Lived on the West Coast for 4 years, moved to Miami in '93, worked for a commuter airline company, and I decided I liked more the business side of it.
It was time to get in the airplane.
Alright, welcome on the state-of-the-art aircraft Embraer Phenom 300. This is a late model 300. Started off in 2014 with introducing the new Garmin 3000 flight deck. This is state-of-the-art avionics. Doesn't get better than this right now. You have, of course, all digital synthetic screens, navigation, charts, performance. You basically have everything so organized in this cockpit. You have all the fuel, pump situation, heating elements here, engine, and environmental systems over here. So it makes it really easy for a pilot to take care of all the items when necessary, especially in an emergency.
Okay, let's do it.
American 1479, contact departure.
Departure 1479, sir.
So you're watching your
Yeah, we're watching your ITTs and one. This is all FADEC, also protected in case you get an overtemp situation. It cuts off before you actually do it.
Yeah, I mean,
you still have to monitor it.
Yeah, you still have to monitor. You can cut it off, but it would almost always will.
It'll always do it, yeah. And ground November 301 Alpha Zulu at signature information, Lima Ray taxi.
Number 301 Alpha Zulu, Miami ground, roger, runway 8 left, taxi via Kilo 8, this is Yankee.
Okay, via Kilo, and we'll get Yankee as 301 Alpha Zulu.
It's been almost 3 years since I've sat in the seat of a jet.
American 2545,
Yankee.
American 2545, Miami ground, taxi to the ramp via Yankee November.
Yankee November, American 25.
Like I said, I've flown in and out of this airport, Miami, lots of time.
1839 1470.
We'll do a max performance takeoff for them, okay?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Pitch up to 20 degrees.
Wow, 20 degrees, really? That's pretty good.
I
I imagine
but
it's
I don't feel...
pretty light. We're going to short hop. It's got to be a rocket ship on the ground.
Oh, yeah.
Number 301 Alpha Zulu, just a question. We're showing Fort Lauderdale as your destination. You're coming back. Do you want to go south or north?
We initially want to go south towards Manatee. It's a test flight for about 20 minutes and then up to Fort Lauderdale International.
So you're going to go to out Manatee and then you want to go back to Fort Lauderdale?
That is firm.
301 Alpha Zulu, roger, tower 18-3.
18-3, thanks.
Line up and wait. 8 left, line up and wait, flagship 523. American 1609, contact departure.
Departure, American 1609.
Swift flight 1995, runway 8 right, line up and wait.
So how do you like the Rams horn versus the yoke?
I really like them. I like the Rams.
Yeah. More comfortable?
Yeah. Well, I mean, as you fly, I mean, when you come in and land, it's I like the control better that way. Versus like
Flagship 523, sliding 0 and enter 0, runway 8 left, clear for takeoff.
The Honda jet has the regular conventional yoke.
Clear for takeoff, flagship 593, or 523.
What makes this airplane certifiable for single pilot operation?
November 301 Alpha Zulu, Miami Tower, runway 8 left, line up and wait.
Okay, line up and wait, 8 left, 301 Alpha Zulu.
Swift flight 532, heading 120, contact departure.
Clear right.
And departure heading 120, Swift flight 532.
Takeoff. Okay.
Okay, so this is your security check before takeoff.
Sure.
And if you forgot anything, it'll tell you. You can't take off. Trim is probably not intact, or the flaps are not set accordingly, or you left your parking brake on.
You get a CAS message saying,
yeah, well,
take
this
off
is your,
config?
no
you
takeoff.
Oh,
It'll tell you no takeoff flaps.
Okay. So when it said takeoff okay, it's
yes,
saying
it
you're all
checked
set.
all the system. Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. Ready?
United 1477, contact departure.
1477, hold on.
Number 301 Alpha Zulu, turn right heading 120, runway 8 left, clear for takeoff.
Okay, right turn 120, clear for takeoff, 8 left, 301 Alpha Zulu. Okay. Okay, got all 3,600 foot-pound thrust sets per engine, and we go.
Oh,
there
yeah,
we go.
wow.
There we go.
It definitely took off there.
There you go. Okay, 70 knots cross checked. V1, rotate. Pause rate, the gears coming up.
Oh yeah, it's climbing. There's 2,000 feet a minute.
Flaps coming up.
3,000 feet a minute. Wow. 4,000 feet a minute, still doing 150 knots.
Autopilot coming up.
301 Alpha Zulu, contact departure 125.5 and just let them know what you want to do with the test flight.
Alright, 25.5, 301 Alpha Zulu. Departure, good afternoon. Phenom 301 Alpha Zulu, 2.2, climbing to 5,000, heading 120.
Phenom 301 Alpha Zulu, Miami departure, radar contact, good afternoon, climb and maintain 4,000.
4,000, 301 Alpha Zulu.
301 Alpha Zulu, understand your test flight, you would like to go towards Manatee?
That's firm. Test flight towards Manatee, then come back to FLL, please.
301 Alpha Zulu, okay, no problem. What is your requested altitude en route?
It will be 4,000, should be fine.
1 Alpha Zulu, very good, turn right, heading 180.
180, Alpha Zulu. That climb's pretty good, huh?
Yeah, that thing took off like a bat out of hell there, pretty much. That was great. I mean, really released those brakes. That was something. Pretty good. Yeah, I like this FMS system there. I mean, it's or the multifunction display. It's nice. And you've got it's the possibility to overlay.
So flight 532, climb and maintain 16,000 direct EON.
EON's 16,000, so flight 532.
You guys okay, right? Didn't get hit with the bags?
So, like I was asking earlier, what about this airplane makes it certifiable for single pilot operation?
Single pilot operation, the reason is because all the flight controls are accessible from the left seat.
Okay.
Any emergencies...
301 Alpha Zulu, for planning purposes, do you just need to go to the fix Manatee and hold for a couple of spins and then come back, or what's the plan?
No, just towards Manatee. We don't have to go all the way down there, just maybe 5 miles prior we can hit back, but fine.
301 Alpha Zulu, very good.
So basically, yeah, all the flight controls are, all the
9955 Victor,
items are
contact
accessible from the
Miami,
left seat.
departure
in case there's emergency.
126.85.
As you see, landing gears on the left side, you have all the major fuel power control, and the reason it's single pilot is 9 passengers or less.
So flight 532,
so
Miami Center 135.6.
Single pilot approved.
35.6
the pilot though has to go to a special training.
Right. You have to have a certain amount of flight time, or is it just?
Well, it's flight time and training, because the training itself is pretty tough for single pilot.
Right.
You go into all these emergency procedures, and you have to, of course, handle flying the aircraft, reading the checklist, communicating, and you might get overwhelmed very quick if you're not up to speed. That's the only thing.
And so it's 9 passengers or less. Everything has to be accessible from the left side.
Exactly.
And I mean, is there a weight limit on the airplane too, or anything?
Yeah, well, it's weight limited to, like, I think it's 18,000, 17,000, 18,000 pounds.
Right.
That's a weight limitation.
How many hours now do you have in this air? Or in?
Total time about 15,000 hours, and in the Phenom itself, between the 100 and 300, about 3,000.
Okay.
About 3,200 maybe.
That's good, a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a long time.
Yeah.
Is there much of a difference between the 100 and the 300?
Well, the 100 and 300 completely they're identical.
Okay.
The older 300s have the G1000.
Okay.
Like the Phenom 100 has a 1000 panel as well. The cockpit is identical. The engine, of course, performance is different.
Right.
You got small engines on the 100. Just like a little rainstorm here.
Yeah, that's alright.
That's fine. So
give it a wash.
Yeah. So yeah, the performance on the 300 is unbeatable. 300 certified to 45,000 feet, the 100 to 41,000. You're throwing out the 100 typically about 370 knots. This throws out at about 430 knots.
Okay.
So a little more power.
It's nice fast airplane. And Mach, what are you up to in the flight levels? What speed?
Mach about 7.4.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, nice. And what kind of fuel burn are you doing on it?
At altitude.
Number 1 Alpha Zulu, proceed direct to Manatee.
Okay, direct Manatee, Alpha Zulu. See, it's all touch screen.
Yeah.
You activate that, hit nav, and it's going to Manatee. Yeah. So it's
pretty easy to use.
Yeah.
So like, what for planning purposes, first hour fuel, what are you doing?
On the 300, the first hour planning is around about 1,500 pounds.
Yeah.
Each additional is around the second hour is about 1,200, and the third hour about 800.
Yeah.
At 45,000 feet, you burn about 400 pounds a side.
So I'd say, you know, so first hour is 225 gallons or
Correct,
so.
correct.
And then less from there.
Correct.
Okay.
An average, good average would be about 160, 170 gallons an hour.
Okay. For a 3 or 4 hour flight. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Well, that's not bad. I mean, so then if you know, at $5 a gallon, you know, you're at, you know, just fuel, you're under $1,000, you're $800 an hour.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. The whole DOC on these airplanes are around, I think about $1,200 an hour.
Really? Direct operating costs?
Direct operating costs, encountering engine reserves and, you know, airframe maintenance.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So 1,200. I mean, that's pretty low. You know, because I was managing the flight department. We had a G4 and a Lear 55. We ended up selling the Lear. The G4, we were.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we were DOC at close to 4,000 an hour, and
Correct.
you know, by the time you added in the fixed costs, which were significant,
right?
You know, I mean, it depends on how much you fly, but I mean, you could be $7,000-8,000 an hour.
Correct. Yep. No, that's why I like these really high efficient aircraft. These new generation aircraft. It's like a total league. It's affordable to fly, especially if you know there's no reason for you to buy a large heavy aircraft if you're 2-3 people. You can fly anywhere you want to go for a fraction of the cost.
Unless you just have the money to burn.
On top of that, I must say that the value on these aircrafts are so stable that once you buy the aircraft, you're getting out of the aircraft, the exit plan makes it very affordable. You don't lose much. Versus a heavy metal aircraft, you can lose easily 50, 60, 70% in 10 years. You won't see that.
What's on the brand new, what are these go for?
Brand new, you're looking around close to $10 million. $10 million.
10 million.
Yeah, about 9.5. The oldest airplane right now on the market, which is a 2010, goes to about $5 million. So in 10 years, you know, 50%. You can't, any other aircraft, in 10 years you lose 70%, 80%.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And your fuel efficiency and all that.
Oh, yes.
I mean, it might. So I mean, you know, it might take you an extra 20 minutes to get there instead of an airplane that, you know.
Correct. Yep.
Like a Citation 10, right? It might shave 30 minutes off the flight, but it's also, you know, its DOC is probably $2,500 an hour.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it costs you.
Yep.
You know.
So right now over the keys here.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna make a U-turn. And
1 Alpha Zulu fighting 020 and contact approach on 128.6.
020 and 128.6 Alpha Zulu, good day.
Yeah, Miami Airport right there.
And Miami, good afternoon, November 301 Alpha Zulu, 4,000 with you, 020, sign VFCR.
Alright, 2434 Tango, maintain VFR, squawk 4356. We're 1 Alpha Zulu, Miami approach, welcome, standby.
Roger.
And 1 Alpha Zulu, starboard descend your speed at 210.
Alright, slowing down to 210 as 301 Alpha Zulu.
1 Alpha Zulu, turn right, heading 070, intercept 10 right, localizer.
070, join the 10 right, localizer 301 Alpha Zulu.
Alpha Zulu, you're 5 miles, correction, 3 miles from Laurie, center maintain 2000, reception, localizer, clear Dallas, 10 right approach.
Alright, 2000 cleared for the ILS 10 right, 301 Alpha Zulu.
So it's your typical, what you've got arms underneath.
301 Alpha Zulu, maintain 170 knots, actually 170 or better until the 5 mile final. You can contact tower 120.2.
Alright, 170 or better, 5 mile final, 120.2, 301 Alpha Zulu.
Localizer's live.
Yep. Tower, good afternoon, Phenom 301 Alpha Zulu, ILS 10 right.
301 Alpha Zulu, good afternoon, Lauderdale, Tower 1130, 12, gusting 18, runway 10 right, clear to land, traffic will be departing.
Alright, clear to land, 10 right, 301 Alpha Zulu.
Lauderdale Tower, this is Cessna 5337 Lima, request flight following from KPM, just departed KPMP 2 kilos, Tango Mike Bravo over the shoreline at 500 feet.
1193, traffic's on a 6 mile final, runway 10 right, line up and wait.
Line up and wait, 10 right, JetBlue 1193.
Good afternoon, the last call here from Tamiami, I believe it was. Say your call sign, ma'am.
It's Cessna 5337 Lima. I just departed Pompano Airport. I need a flight following from for Tamiami Airport.
Cessna 5337 Lima, squawk 0167. 0167 on your squawk. Southbound transition offshore at or below 500 approved.
0167 at or below 500
landing gear now.
Cessna 5337 Lima.
Thank you, 37 Lima. And
the runway is 12
Charlie, contact ground on point 4. Have a nice
We
day.
got 3 green.
Good day, Juliet Charlie.
JetBlue 1193, fly heading 095, runway 10 right, clear for takeoff.
095, 10 right, clear for takeoff, JetBlue 1196.
Got some cloud birds here.
Oh,
Yep.
oof.
Oh, yep.
Man.
Yep. Some attention there.
Yeah.
Autopilot.
Number 29220, contact Miami on 128.6.
3.6, thank you, 220.
Cessna 6270 Papa.
Fort Lauderdale Tower, Frontier Flight 811, ILS 10 right.
Frontier 811 Lauderdale Tower, runway 10 right, clear to land at number 2.
Clear to land 10 right, Frontier Flight 811.
300.
Cessna 6270 Papa Tower. JetBlue 1193, contact departure, have a good night.
Departure, JetBlue 1193.
200.
Wind 13012. Cherokee 220, tower.
100.
Nice.
Southwest 5362, good afternoon, Lauderdale Tower. Just awaiting release from departure control. I'll let you know once I have that.
Right on the center
Okay,
line.
copy that, Southwest 5362.
There you go. No thrust reversers on this one?
No thrust reversers.
That's really cool how it shows the runway and everything right
Yeah.
Phenom 1 Alpha Zulu, turn left next taxiway, join Juliet, contact ground, point 4.
Okay, Juliet point for 31 Alpha Zulu.
All right. Thank you, sir, for taking
Welcome
me
to
up.
Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
Bobalicious.
Yeah, it was good. He's a good pilot here.
Oh,
How about that takeoff?
thank you. You like that takeoff, huh?
I did.
Yes, okay. It was a max performance power takeoff.
All right, I loved it. Babe, do I get to drive next time?
Yep, that was a lot of fun. What'd you think, Laura?
That was extremely fast. I love the takeoff the best.
Yeah, it's cool. After the flight, Leonard took us to Gilda's house so that we could see the good work that's being done there.
Well, Bobby, thanks for coming and letting us talk to you about Gilda's Club. This is Kim. She's the CEO of Gilda's Club.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you.
All right, thank you.
And I get to chair the board. I volunteer my time chairing the board,
Okay.
so she bosses me around.
Right, yeah, she's your boss. All right. So what is it, so you were explaining to me a little bit earlier about some of the stuff you do here. So you kind of explained that. So it's a support group center, but then you do a lot more than that with the community and everything.
Correct. As you know, Gilda's Club is named in honor of Gilda Radner, and her dream was that people would have a community of support where they would not have to face cancer alone.
Right.
So our 5 core services are really based on that fact. We provide support groups, and now we have almost 15 support groups.
Okay.
And those are for the person who's diagnosed and the family and friends,
right.
Those who have lost a loved one, children of people who are diagnosed, or children who are diagnosed.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, there's that too.
And then we have some Gilda's support groups in the community, those that are far away from here. We provide educational programs, and our doctors are from the best oncology centers in South Florida, so we're really lucky to have that. We provide information and referral, and we provide healthy living programs like yoga, nutrition.
So you'll bring
exercise.
in doctors and stuff to kind of educate the I guess the members. And it could be on, just what you can expect or that kind of thing?
It could be on treatment options, clinical trials,
right.
which is so critical to cancer care.
Right.
To find out what else is available
right.
out there. To understand more about your own diagnosis. I wouldn't say that it's in lieu of a second opinion, but you want to get the information and be an informed patient. And the family members want to be informed also about what's actually happening. We also provide education on prevention of other cancers in the future. Now that you've had cancer, you're diagnosed, what should you do from here?
Right.
So we want to make sure we get that information out there.
And you said you have a lot of in the community, a lot of outside businesses and stuff helping out by donating stuff, or what?
Absolutely. One of the biggest supports that we have is small businesses and large businesses want to give back. And so they might do a fundraiser in the community. They might give us a percentage of the proceeds for that month. They might get their employees together and do a separate fundraiser for us. They might come here. We were talking to you earlier about a makeover
right.
day where all of the small businesses maybe individually couldn't do a whole lot, but together one will provide a facial, one will do hair, one will do makeup. Yeah. So there's lots of ways that businesses can support us.
Well, we have third-party events. That's how I got involved with Gilda's Club many years ago. Mm-hmm. We did a hangar party, and we made it benefiting Gilda's Club. So all the proceeds we raised went towards Gilda's Club.
Yeah.
And we have other third parties, businesses and people doing third-party events that benefit Gilda's Club.
So if a viewer right now is looking to help out in some way, is it financially or is it time-wise or both? Both. Okay.
Yes.
So how can they help?
Either or and both.
Okay. Right.
So
right. We don't discriminate. We'll take either one.
Yeah. There's many ways people can get involved. All of our healthy living programs are volunteer opportunities. Every day we have yoga, and each day it's a different certified yoga teacher that comes to volunteer their time.
Right.
So depending on what your talent is, you can come and volunteer that talent at Gilda's Club on a regular basis. Leonard is a board member. He's a volunteer. One of the biggest assets to our organization, introduces me to people like you that make people aware of where they can go for help. And Leonard also introduces, as all of our board members, introduce us to people in the community that want to give back, that want to do something good. We are funded through private donations from community members, and so we're always looking for financial support, but we're also looking for advice, how to be a sustainable organization, how to be a good community partner.
Sure, and it's, so how can people, do you have a website where people can go to
They can go to www.gildasclubsouthflorida.org.
Okay.
Or they can give us a call and 954-763-6776, and we'll find out what their talents are and how they can best get involved.
And so this is also part of a bigger network, right? So it's not just South Florida.
We have we're part of the National Cancer Support Community.
Okay.
We have evidence-based programs. We have a research and training institute. So we're based off of the research that's national on how to help oncology patients and their families.
So if your viewers aren't from South Florida, they can contact Kim or someone here, and they can direct them to where they can go.
Like their local chapter,
Their
basically.
local chapter.
Okay. Oh, great. Well, that's really cool. So if you guys have the time or the finances to help out, then it's a noble cause. So
We really appreciate you letting us talk about it.
Hey, no problem. Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Nice to meet you. All
Okay.
right. Well, thank you for watching another episode of Flying Doodles. The Gilda's Club, it's a pretty awesome cause, so if you can help out, please do. And please click that like and subscribe button as well. So thank you so much for watching.